Never forget, I'm not no film guru, but you got guys out here saying Gainwell. I'm sorry, not Gainwell. Swift not showing, the proper vision. I just don't get it because we all got access to all 22, and some stuff just be capped, man. This drive right here is when the Philadelphia Eagles decided to, somewhat find the identity, man. And you can see just how effective Swift is at running the ball on this very drive alone. Now, what the Philadelphia Eagles did was they had to make a decision. You know what I mean? At some point, if guys are going to keep dropping back 8 and having a light box, you got to start running the ball right at them and being effective. If you showing linebackers on the line of scrimmage against our offensive line, we're going to bring the war to you the way we're supposed to bring the war. Right here, look at this. What do you want us to do in this situation right here? These guys are dropping back 8 people in coverage. Of just based off the fear of Devontae Smith and AJ Brown alone, in my opinion, you know what I mean? Jalen Hurts does a good job of taking what the defense gives them in these situations besides that pick. But I know you guys want to see a flashy game. I know you guys envision all these points being put on the board. But this is the way you're supposed to attack teams that's doing this, man. You just got to take what the defense give you and be patient and pick your spots. That's what good quarterbacks do. You know what I mean? That's why he's top 10 in completion percentage right now. But Deandre Swift took this game over. If you want us to get behind these big offensive linemen, no problem. You know what I mean? And this video is about vision. Let's look at the vision displayed. You know what I mean? On a number of these carries by Deandre Swift. He clearly has a hole to go through. He sees the second level. He sees the guys converging on that hole. Then he bounces it out. That's the meaning of vision right there. You know what I mean? Like what do these guys think about when they say no vision for Deandre Swift? I don't get it. I'm not calling nobody out. But vision. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about vision. Let's talk about it and let's keep it a buck. Right here, Deandre Swift, he sees the hole. He takes the hole. You know what I mean? But he gets tripped. You know what I mean? Still stumbles forward. You know what I mean? This was an excellent game by Deandre Swift. If you got anything negative to say about this game, you're just nitpicking at this point. You know what I mean? You're just nitpicking at this point, and it is what it is, man. We're not going to cry over no spilled milk. But Deandre Swift's vision is just on another level. You know what I mean? He sees the second level. He sees the linebackers before anybody else sees them in most cases. And this play right here is a perfect example of that. You know what I mean? You see Deandre Swift, he sees it. He sees where guys are going to come and try to cut him off. Then he makes an additional cut. You know what I mean? I think great running backs, all have this trait to see where linebackers are going to come and collapse the hole at. Boston Scott is another one that not the best cutter when the ball is in his hands, but Boston Scott's acceleration through the first hole that he sees is a plus. It's different ways to skin a cat. You know what I mean? But being as though everybody was running well behind his line when they got the opportunities, it lets me know that the Philadelphia Eagles are very, very close to finding this identity. You know what I mean? And I think this season it calls for ground and pound. You know what I mean? Catch the defense slipping, as you'll see on a couple of these plays right here. But this is a great move by Boston Scott. The vision, see the hole. Look, these guys, this offensive line. You could park a bus through some of these holes, man. It's not rocket science. It's just not rocket science. You know what I mean? And we got the personnel to beat you any kind of way. Now we get you used to the run up the gut. You know what I mean? Then you forget that Jalen Hurts also has wheels to the outside. I really love this play, though. I love how, the tight end pulls on these RPO situations. And Jalen Hurts he's smart enough to know whether to give it to the running back or keep it himself. He read that play beautifully. But, this play was able to happen all because of us running it and being effective, running the ball. This opened up a lot of stuff for us. You know what I mean? It opened up everything for us. You see, now they're chasing on the backside to make sure Jalen Hurts doesn't keep the ball. You know what I mean? You're going to see that on this play right here. They're afraid of the quarterback keeping the ball. You got guys that's, don't know where to go now. All because the run is always going to be the catalyst for a team that's built the way we are, so dominant up in the trenches. That's just the bottom line. Now we're trying to catch you slipping. You know what I mean? They're bringing, that was a good call to throw the ball right there because they brought the pressure, they brought the blitz, anticipating to run up the gut. But it just was a bad play. A lot of hitch routes on this one, but we're starting to find what we should be doing right here. Then we go right back to it. We spread them out. You know what I mean? If if you see it, you got it. AJ Brown with the shallow end breaking route. You know what I mean? This time they don't drop guys back. They sit in the house trying to stop the run. But plays like this are set up because of how effective we were able to run the ball. And you talk about vision with Deandre Swift. I mean, you got to put his name in high regard. He had a buck 70 on the ground. You know what I mean? But Jalen Hurts, man, if he figures it out, you know what I mean? It's easy money. It's easy money, and this team is figuring it out. 2-0 still with some things to learn. That's not a bad place to be in, if you ask me. But right here again, elite vision by Deandre Swift, man. To say Deandre Swift lacked vision, you know what I mean? I don't even want to call nobody out. A buck 70 and lacking vision, is not many games like that. But Deandre Swift, he sees a hole, but he also sees Hicks being able to, he's being forced into the hole. What's he do? Cut it back out, gets an additional 6 on the ground or something like that. You know what I mean? That's elite level vision. The ability to diagnose what's happening at that second level is just the basis of vision. You know what I mean? This is all vision right here. He's watching whatever Jordan Hicks is doing. Probably their best, run stuff in linebacker, but he's watching with Swift. He's watching. Hicks thinks he's going to meet him in the middle. No, I'm going to bait you to the middle, and I'm going to bounce it out because you can't catch me. You know what I mean? That's a touchdown in a lot of cases, but, we still figuring out our offense. This red zone thing got a lot of tightening up to do, if you ask me. But we figuring it out. We getting there slowly but surely. But I think this running game will be the catalyst moving forward. And this is just an example of how effective it can be when you look at this film from what happened in this Minnesota Vikings game. Swift and his offensive line equals trouble for a lot of weeks to come, man. Mark my words.